I am the Witch of Jasmine and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a reading for Virgo moons. Oh my god. Sorry. There we go. Hi Virgo moons, how are you? I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, I've got my cat, Cheralyn, walking around. Oh my god. Why do these keep falling? Okay, well, there we go. What is this, like, chaotic energy? Virgo moons, what's going on with you guys? Anyway, okay, I was trying to say, if you hear noises in the back, that's my cat, Cheralyn. As I finish shuffling out your cards, I invite you to take some deep breaths. It's going by so fast, oh my god. But just calm yourself, ground yourself, center yourself. Get relaxed, get comfy. Let's see what's going on with you guys. I'm wondering, what do we have to talk about today? Okay, so for your oracle card, we have fertility with Leo and the water element. This is most likely not talking about being pregnant. Don't worry about that. I'll explain what it means. All right, tarot cards. We've got Ace of Cups, the Chariot, Two of Pentacles, the World Tree reversed, aka the World reversed, Queen of Wands reversed, and lastly, the Holly King, aka the Hermit. Okay, well, we do have a fun little reading going on here. And I think I can just say right off the bat what the situation it looks like you're in right now is something where you're feeling very probably inspired to do something, or you're really wanting to start something or explore something. I think there's a pretty good chance, given the wateriness. I don't know, we have like fire and water elements, but I think there's a good chance that this is talking about a relationship or a person that has got you like really excited about starting something. But that's not necessarily the case. I don't think so. The thing is, I think there's parts of this reading that are making me think that now just isn't really the best time to like take actionable steps towards that thing. And I mainly say that because we have the world reversed here, which is like, you know, the world is a very big completion of something, or the completion of something very big. So when it's reversed, it's like where there's still like some loose ends that need to be tied up. There's still some things that some unresolved things that need to be resolved. Even though you're kind of feeling this like inspiration or excitedness, like that's how like Ace of Cups always reads to me, is like this like giddy, excited feeling, like you feel it in your chest and you're just like giggly and like, oh my god, I really want to try this. Oh my god, I really want to do that. Oh my god, this is so exciting. That's Ace of Cups. And that is such a great, beautiful energy. I love that. But I think just timing wise, it would be a good idea for you to hold off just a little bit as you're completing some things. Because I think if you were to start now, you would have a very difficult time with these two things. Number one is the Chariot, right? You'd have a very hard time finding your direction. You might be able to picture, like the first couple steps of this path, or you can picture what's at the end of the path, but there's a lot of stuff in between, right? And I think if you were to kind of dive headfirst into this thing now, it would be like too many forks in the road that you wouldn't know how to navigate in the best way. But if you hold off when those times come, you will know how to navigate much better, and it will be much more smooth. Does that make sense? And the other thing, I'm assuming kind of also goes hand in hand with this, is this Two of Pentacles. I think you would have a hard... This is something where you really need to have balance, being able to harmoniously, right, bring this into your life and have it kind of work with everything else that you are doing in your life and everything that there is in your life. You don't want this to come in and kind of take over. So again, I think if you kind of hold off just a little bit, when this comes in, you'll have the tools to be able to balance this thing much better. I think, if we can get into like what specifically needs to happen before we can start pursuing this thing. The obvious is the Hermit here. I think you still need maybe some like quiet time, like a little bit of isolation. When the Hermit comes up, he's telling you that there is probably some answers that you're looking for that can best be found within yourself. And it's important that now you kind of take a step back from all of the external noise and all of the things going on around outside of you, so that you can learn to or practice really listening to that like inner wisdom, that intuition that you have, in order to make the best decisions going forward. I think that kind of implies that with this new venture, you're going to want to build up that skill. Well, I should say, I guess not everybody sees it that way, but personally, I see into listening to your intuition and following your intuition as a skill that needs to be practiced, like a muscle that needs to be trained, So that's what I think of when I see the Hermit, is like, maybe before we get into that, make sure we have those muscles really warmed up so that you're in a good place, that once these things come in, you'll be in a much better spot and be much more ready to handle things in the best way that you can. By that same token, with Queen of Wands reversed, that makes me feel like you might still be carrying some insecurity, or just kind of lacking confidence in a certain thing. And again, I think by like diving into this, it's probably going to bring out some of that. So working through that kind of thing now, and especially with Queen of Wands, right? She is a queen. We're talking about like a leadership quality, right? Like I was saying with the Chariot, when it comes to making decisions, it will go much more smoothly if you can trust yourself to be able to make decisions. And again, as I'm saying, I think if you go into this too fast or too quickly, you're going to have a really hard time making the decisions that you need to make, because you will have a hard time feeling confident in that. So that's very important, right? Wow, this was like such a straightforward reading. Thank you so much, Virgo Moon. Sometimes I have to like sit and think a lot and like piece things together, but it really just flowed very nicely. As far as this fertility card goes, it just is a sign that now is just generally a fertile time for like manifestation or creating things. I think it might be a good idea, kind of like I'm talking about here, it'd be a good idea for you to reflect on all of the things that you've learned with this past chapter, whatever that relates to. Honestly, I don't know. I can't even really guess what this relates to for you, but I'm assuming it's like, you know, closing this book to open this one. That would be my guess. So reflecting on these things that you're kind of finishing up. What did you learn? What did you harvest? What rewards did you reap? That can look like a million different things, right? I would guess that these energies are something you were working on a lot. And it would be best for you to kind of finalize those lessons, whatever it is that you've been learning, before we go into this next exciting thing. Yeah. So yes, it's a fertile time, but also just don't rush into it. That's all. Just don't rush into it. Let things unfold. And you'll probably just feel intuitively when it feels right. Or once, you know, the path appears in front of you and you're like, ooh, okay, time to go. Let's get started. I'm so excited. But hopefully we can get a little more clarity in next month's reading. We'll see. But I'm going to leave it there. Nice quick video for you guys. I love that. Virgo Moons, if you have any questions about this or if you'd like any part of this clarified, please let me know. You can leave a comment or you can just reach out to me, whichever you prefer. On the shorts part of my channel, I have hundreds of shorts videos where I talk about each of the cards. That's the AC kicking on. Please ignore that. We're finishing up. So if you're feeling particularly drawn to any of these cards or if you'd like a little more information about any of them, I recommend you go check that out. But Virgo Moons, I feel the excitedness. I can feel there's like something cooking here and I really like that. But just make sure you've got all your, what do they say? Ducks in a row. Just make sure you're setting yourself up for success. That would be a great question, like we were talking about here. How can I use this time right now to set me up to be really good when I do finally go for this thing? I think that's a great state of mind to be in. Okay, I will see you next month, Virgo Moons. I want to know what's going on. I'm really excited. We'll see. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.